Government debt has consistently been a figurative issue that has been conversed throughout recent years. See the nation of the Philippines debt rise.
Debts paid by the Marcos administration hit 1.48 trillion as of end October. The Treasury Bureau reports the government exceeded last year's debt payments by 59%. Now the payments accounted for about 95% of the programmed debt payments for 2023. As of October, the country's total debt is at 14.48 trillion pesos. The International Monetary Fund says the Philippines is showing progress in its bid to get out of the so-called gray list of global dirty money watchdog. In its December 15 country report, the IMF noted, while more work needs to be done, the Philippines is continuously addressing deficiencies. The Financial Action Task Force in 2021 placed the Philippines back on its gray list, saying the country had yet to address 8 of the 18 deficiencies in controlling anti-money laundering and combating terrorism financing. Philippine authorities have committed to complete all action items and exit the list by early 2024. 3 of the Philippines' biggest business organizations set to launch a massive job creation campaign in 2024.
Public debt is the total amount of money that the government owes the people in order to pay for development initiatives. It is also referred to as sovereign debt, national debt, government debt, and public internet debt in the context of public finance. A budget deficit happens when a government spends more money than it takes in over a given time period. And public debt can also include debt owing to domestic lenders. It indicates a lack of money, which frequently necessitates borrowing by the government to close the budget deficit.
Public debt can be categorized into maturity, fixed versus variable interest, currency, measurements, significance, financing essential investments, responding to crises, and smoothing out economic fluctuations. Each type plays a role in shaping a nation's economic policies.
Public debt, when mismanaged or allowed to reach unsustainable levels, can lead to several negative consequences for a nation's economy, like high interest payments, economic instability, intergenerational burden, management, fiscal discipline, debt restructuring, and economic growth.
When building roads, schools, or healthcare facilities, for example, governments frequently take on public debt in order to fund these kinds of projects and activities.
While public debt can stimulate economic growth, it also possesses risks, such as interest payments and potential burden on future generations. Striking a balance is crucial.
Governments use a range of tactics to control public debt, such as debt restructuring, fiscal restraint, and keeping an eye on economic indicators to guarantee levels that are sustainable.
Global impact of public debt underscored the interconnectedness of economies and financial system. The prudent management of public debt is essential not only for the well-being of individual nations, but also for maintaining stability and sustainability in a broader global economic context.
In conclusion, public debt is a complex issue in economic governance, shaping economies, social welfare, and global interconnectedness. It can be a catalyst for sustainable development and prosperity. However, the balance between leveraging debt for development and avoiding fiscal imprudence is crucial. Citizens, policymakers, and global observers